Have you ever just looked at people in Japan and wondered, how do they stay so effortlessly slim? Well, so many of us feel like we're just stuck on this endless diet roller coaster. Well, today we're going to crack the code. It's a system that has absolutely nothing to do with suffering or depriving yourself. So let's just dive right in and figure this whole thing out.
Okay, first, let's talk about something I'm pretty sure you know all too well. It's that feeling, right? That frustrating, joyless loop of the Western diet. It's a trap, and it's designed to make you feel like you're constantly failing.
I mean, you look down at your plate, and it's chicken and broccoli. Again. Meanwhile, you scroll through photos from Japan, and people are enjoying big bowls of rice, they're slurping noodles, they're even having dessert. It doesn't seem fair, does it?
And this, right here, this is the paradox in black and white. Just look at these numbers. An obesity rate of around 40% in the US, compared to a tiny 3% in Japan. How is that even possible, when their diet seems packed with all the things we're told we have to avoid?
Okay, now this is probably the most important thing I'm going to say today, so I really need you to hear this loud and clear. It is not your fault. You are not lazy, you are not undisciplined, and you're definitely not genetically cursed.
The real enemy here, it's your environment. Seriously, we live in a world that is fundamentally designed to make us gain weight. We're surrounded by these gigantic portions, we're told to eat on the run, and we're just constantly battling stress. People in Japan don't diet, they just live inside a completely different system.
So if the system is the problem, what's the solution? We're going to hack it. Yeah, we're going to borrow the core principles of the Japanese system and just apply them to our own lives. No need to move to Tokyo, I promise.
And this is the key. The whole Western approach is this aggressive war on fat, right? It's all about restriction and struggle. The Japanese secret is the total opposite. It's about creating harmony. Harmony with your body and harmony with your food.
So I call this the Tokyo Slim Protocol. It's basically a set of 7 super simple habits. Honestly, they feel almost lazy because they take zero willpower. Here's the kicker. We are not going to change what you're eating. We're just going to change how you eat it.
Let's start with the first 4 habits. These are all about your relationship with the food itself.
Habit number 1 is this ancient Okinawan principle called hara hachi bu. All it means is you stop eating when you're 80% full. The goal isn't to feel stuffed. It's to feel just no longer hungry. And the science on this is incredible. It takes a full 20 minutes for your stomach to actually tell your brain that it's full. So if you eat until you feel 100% full, guess what? You've already overeaten.
Habit 2 builds on this with a fantastic little brain hack. It's called the Del Boeuf illusion. See, your eyes, not your stomach, often decide if you're full. Look on the left. A totally normal portion on a huge American dinner plate looks like, well, a starvation meal. But that same exact portion on a smaller, Japanese-style plate, suddenly it looks like a feast. Just by using smaller plates, you trick your brain into feeling satisfied with less food. It's that simple. All right, habit 3 is the rainbow rule. People in Japan often eat up to 30 different kinds of food in a single day, just in teeny tiny amounts. This variety feeds all the good slim bacteria in your gut. So an easy way to do this is the 5-color rule. Just look at your plate. If it's all beige, chicken and pasta, add something green, something red, something purple. Make your meals colorful.
And the 4th food habit is what I call the metabolic tea. It's so easy. Just swap out ice-cold water during your meals for hot green tea, or even just warm water. Eastern medicine suggests cold liquids can slow down your metabolism. And besides, think about it. You can't chug a hot drink. It forces you to slow down, be more mindful, and give your stomach that 20 minutes it needs.
Okay, so we've got the food habits down. Now let's look at the next 3. These are less about what's on your plate and more about weaving gentle movement and rituals into your everyday life. So what is, quite possibly, the weirdest but most effective morning ritual on the entire planet? It's called Radio Taiso. Every single morning at 6:30 a.m., millions of people all across Japan follow this simple 3-minute stretching routine that's broadcast on the radio. Now, this isn't about some grueling workout. It's a perfect example of what scientists call NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. You're basically just waking up your body and giving your metabolism a little spike to start the day.
Habit 6, the commute workout. The average person in Tokyo walks around 15,000 steps a day, mostly just getting around town. Now compare that to 3,000 for the average American. That difference alone can burn up to 500 extra calories a day. So the takeaway is the +1 rule. Park one block further away. Get off the bus one stop early. Always take the stairs. It adds up.
Okay, I know this next one sounds way too good to be true, but the science is actually fascinating. How can you literally burn calories while you're just lying down and relaxing?
The answer is the Japanese ofuro, which is just a daily hot bath. Studies have actually shown that soaking in hot water, a process called passive heating, can burn as many calories as a 30-minute walk. It raises your heart rate, sure, but also lowers the stress hormone cortisol, which is directly linked to belly fat. So you're melting away stress and calories at the exact same time.
All right, so now you have the 7 habits, but we need to talk about the single biggest thing that's going to get in your way, your own mind. We have to escape the perfection trap.
The most important rule for making any of this work is this. Do not try to be a perfect samurai. You are gonna have days where you eat the whole pizza. You will have days you skip your walk, and that is perfectly okay.
And this slide just shows the difference perfectly. The Western mindset is all or nothing. You mess up one meal and you think, well, the whole diet is ruined, and you just give up. The Japanese mindset is all about returning to balance. You enjoy the pizza? Great. At the very next meal, you just come back to your habits. That's it. Consistency will always, always beat perfection.
And that, right there, is the ultimate secret. People in Japan don't obsessively count calories. They respect their bodies, they seek harmony. Being slim isn't the goal, it's just the natural side effect of living a balanced, enjoyable life.
So, what's one tiny little step you can take right now? At your very next meal, just try the 80% rule. Stop when you're no longer hungry. If you're ready to give it a shot, comment the number 80 below and let's start this journey.